Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Content Breaker, where this week we're talking about something super exciting. Have you guys ever seen a shonen about like food?
Yes, Hotel or a Restaurant of Another World, I think, but it was more
What?
like an isekai than a shonen. Oh, he's talking about fighting foodons. That's what he's
Yeah,
talking
fighting foodons.
That must be it.
Mm-hmm.
about. Yeah,
Yep,
that's a good
fight
shonen about food.
No, actually, we're
You
talking
never
about
really
food
get
wars.
into.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
that one I
Food
could get
Wars.
into. That one I could get
Yeah.
into.
that's what happens when two of the best things in creation mingle: food
An
and
anime?
school
Oh,
and
school.
education.
What?
I didn't know where you were going with that.
Yes,
The fuck? No,
And
now you
anime.
lost me.
and plot. But yeah, so we're doing Food Wars, Shingeki no Soma. One of like the craziest animes I feel like that personally came out of the time of 2015, I believe, when the first episode of Food Wars was.
I believe.
I believe. Yeah, that was like season. And we're doing season 1. We're not doing all of it, so I wanted to do all of it, but these guys didn't want to commit. So
Yes, I could
Here
totally
we
binge
are.
the entire series.
I mean, you could.
Oh, you just gotta sacrifice sleep.
You can
And
do
what
it in
What do
3
we do?
days.
What do we do with that time anyway?
I'm just saying, here's how you do it. The first season is 24 episodes, then they're all just 12. So if you watch the first season, you could just do 2 seasons a day. So boom, there you go, 3 days.
Didn't have that kind of time. But
He did.
no, I didn't.
He
Not
did.
this past week. No, I did not.
He did.
So, what is a food war? How does that work? How do you fight the foodons together?
Have you heard of gambling?
Yes.
Have you heard of the Iron Chef?
Yeah.
That. Just combine those two things.
You know, I was
Except
actually
you're the
thinking,
one cooking.
I was actually thinking like, oh, this is a little like Iron Chef or Chopped or something. Oh,
Kinda. Okay, no.
oh, okay.
I think
thought
it was
you-
the show you mentioned earlier that actually was an inspiration for the Iron Chef. But no, Iron Chef itself was an inspiration for this show.
Hell's
if I
Kitchen?
remember right. No, the Shonen about food.
Oh, fighting foodons?
That one, yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
If I remember right, I may not be remembering right.
Oh, no.
Finding Foodons was more of like it was Pokemon, but it was food. Which could you imagine the power level of the foods if you use like a food card on these dishes that everybody was making?
See, I just want to see Food Wars, but in the Pokemon world. I'm willing to bet smoked slowpoke tail would taste amazing.
That's disturbing.
They're animals. It's and here we have barbecued Rayquaza.
I think you just made
knew
me a
that.
vegan, probably. Like, yeah. Like, because
You ever had?
then you're going to have people poaching Vulpixes to eat them.
Yeah, Team Rocket.
That's so sick.
I mean, could you imagine eating a Lopunny though? Like the big bunny.
It is
That's-
a big.
why
But
does
is
that-
it big because of the fur?
Why
or is
low-
there
why
actual
that
meat
Pokemon?
on there?
I hate this.
I imagine it tastes pretty gamey, honestly.
I'm gonna join Kelz in the Shadow Realm
In the
because
Shadow Realm. Oh yeah, because he's busy getting a master's degree right now. That's what it is.
I got me messed up talking about. Oh, let's eat Lopot. Out of all the Pokemon you could have mentioned, and you know what you did. You know what you did.
Anybody want to try
I mean, he could have
Entei
said
Flambe?
Gardevoir.
No,
Speaking
we're not eating sacred Pokemon. That's just a one-way trip to hell. These are literally Pokemon.
I'm on my way there
real,
anyway. I might as well enjoy this.
You know what? Anyway, talking about what we came here for, was
Static.
Food Wars, and not disrespecting the greatness of the Shingeki no Soma and the awesome characters that come with it, such as our main character Yukihira Soma and Irina Nakari and Megami Totoro and
Wow.
generation.
Wow.
Speaking of disrespecting them, goddamn.
I ain't disrespecting. I'm just putting the respect where it belongs. We got two banger. Okay, these are two of my favorite leading characters in all of anime. Like, literally, I wrote a whole character dissertation on Yukihira for like my graduate project in college, because we had to pick someone, like a show, and we had to dissect it and like kind of do a whole rewrite. And I was like, I wouldn't change a thing. Let me tell you why. And then I got an A, and it was cool. Literary stuff.
Can I be honest with you though?
No.
I did not care for Erina this season 1.
Yeah.
Just,
I'm gonna be honest. It
I
wasn't
mean,
until season 4 where I
disgusting.
gave a shit about her.
ugh. I mean, I'm sure later seasons it's like, oh my gosh, she had a tragic childhood story and she can't taste anything. Actually, you know, like that's gonna be a whole thing.
I mean, yeah, that's fair, I guess. Yeah.
But like, it's so unbearable. Season 1, just like Baka, like like Tsundere Max.
The best part about season 1, honestly, is the fact that Yukihira is such a line cook, such a hole in the wall mom and pop shop kind of cook, and he's going into that fine dining world and just being able to stick it to every last goddamn one of them that he comes
No,
across.
that was
Everybody
funny.
who looks down on him, just that snobbish fine dining. He just able to outcook all of them with like minimal effort.
No, that was
It's
honest.
catharsis at its finest. I love it.
I was not expecting to laugh as much as I did. Like the comedy, not only because of Soma, but just the absurdity of it all. Like taking a bite and then your clothes explode off, or like the old man gets super buff for no reason.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there laughing.
It's great.
It's just- here, try this squid tentacle covered in yogurt. How's
It's like, hey,
It's
listen.
absurd.
I got so much love for this. Like, and it's like the ending. We're only going to talk about season 1. So let me temper myself. Okay. So, the Food Wars, Shingeki no Soma, season 1. It's like so innovative to me because you get all these character reference, like you saw. We got the JoJo reference. We got the Haji no Ippo reference with the boxing, and all these other like just kind of anime paying homages to it. And we see like so much development just in this first season to like, okay, you can like go like Soma okay, so Yukihira Soma stays in the gilded list of my favorite anime protagonists. Like he's up there with Yusuke Urameshi, he's up there with Toru Honda, he's up there with like the GOATs, and it really showcases like his just can-do attitude and his positivity. It's like, oh, you know what, like, oh, you're gonna let me in because I'm gonna make some eggs. You know what, we're gonna go ahead and we can use anything we see to make this dish, right? So I'm gonna take these crackers you got on your desk. You know, like I'm different. You know, the only one who's my competition is this guy who's over in the French shift. You know, and just the way he handles like losses and just everything is just so like enduring as a character. And like you said, Zog, his whole I'm just a hick to you all, but you all don't know that power of hard work and like actually what it takes to have a customer satisfied. You know, I'm that guy. I'm him. You know, I'm that G. Eat my Don meat bowl in your fiery red hot bikini top at this private school.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Many characters do not take into account oil splash. She would be crispy. Like
Yeah,
I mean, she is crispy,
that is a
actually.
point.
more
Well, I
golden
mean,
brown than that fucking chicken.
I mean, she already is golden brown. For
Yeah,
being
she
honest.
is.
Yeah. Pervert.
Character designs are great in the show. I love them.
No, I was
Pervert.
like, I pretty much like
Whatever
every
you
character
want.
in here, even Mauri. How do you say that name?
Who?
Zenji.
Which one?
Zenji, the guy with the glasses. Always,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
always
yeah.
tired. You know, I didn't take him much for anything until like the last couple episodes when he kind of showed up with his ramen, or not ramen, curry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it was
To
the
be
accompany of the
To
music.
be fair, the show didn't really make much of him until that moment.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
many
that
of the
is-
other side characters definitely came. They definitely showed him off very well. The dude who's really into smoking.
Yeah.
They got him out in the yard all the time, just with a chainsaw, making just sawdust out of different kinds of wood, so he can figure out which one works best with what kind of ingredients.
It's so hard to be like contained to season 1.
Yeah, I want to say so
'Cause
much.
I'm like, Ishiki the goat. Why? Can't say. But yeah.
I do love Ichiki. I actually find it hilarious that he's the most, out of all of the crazy food gasms and everything out of it, he's the most nudist character in the entire goddamn show.
Rightfully so.
He's all about. He's the guy who wakes up earliest in the morning, takes care of every kind of farm animal, plant for vegetables, every step of the way. He's growing his own ingredients, taking care of everything from the point where it's grown to it's served to the customer. And every step, he's like, bear it all, live with your heart and soul on your sleeve, and bear it all is a good term to describe him, because he will do it all the time. He will be out in the fields in nothing but an apron.
Gang gang.
They are all eccentric characters with their own fully fleshed personalities.
I was not expecting Satoshi just to run around in nothing but an apron. They make sure you know that's what he does, because he does it a lot.
It's just the way the polar dorm rose, bro. But
I also love how his introduction's just like, oh, by the way, I'm the 7th seat. I'm one of the top dogs in this whole entire school.
Yes. So like speaking of the school, like just kind of like the main plot of what this is. So Food Wars is the story of our boy Yukihiro, who gets enrolled into the Totsuki Academy, Culinary Academy, which is something his dad, Jirochi, too many Joes, wants him to enroll in.
The JoJo references.
Wants him to enroll in to go and be great and all that stuff and XYZ and yada yada. So our boy rose up in here and he's like, yo, I just got to come here so I can take over the diner. I don't really care. But then he sees like, oh, wow, there's some talent here, because a lot of these people are groomed and come from like elegant backgrounds, from like restaurateuring to serving in the top Michelin chefs. And then you find out about this thing called the Totsuki 10, which is the top 10 seats, the top 10 chefs at the school, who basically can, from the top 10, you can be fed into like these crazy programs, go directly into a stage, which is like a training directly under top chefs who already have Michelin stars, or even get drafted into Totsuki, which is like the best, food like group corporation in the world.
Or start
So-
doing shit because you have unlimited resources, apparently. What the
Yes. So he's like, yo, I gotta go claim the top seat. Like, that's the Yukihiro way. Gang, gang, So my boy is like, what I gotta do? And he finds out this thing called Food War. So basically you challenge, like Zog said, it's gambling, basically. I'm gonna challenge you for this, for X, Y. Like, I'll take your position, or I'll take your cooking utensil, because everybody has kind of like a secret weapon or tool. If it's fate, it will be a noble phantasm or a legendary weapon, if you will, that they kind of used in their specialty. Soma has his diner knife, and then homeboy had the chopsticks or whatever we saw in this season. There's fodder character who had some type of tool or something. I forgot what it was. But with the copy dude that he like the trace on.
Yeah.
Was that not in the season?
I
don't think so.
you're jumping ahead to something
felt-
incredible.
I
Something
swear,
else.
I felt like I just
But,
watched that. But okay.
No. Yeah, you got to have something equivalent to bet, because why the hell would anybody take you seriously if you're just like, "Hi, I'm the new guy. I think I'm hot shit, and I want to challenge the top dog." They have no reason to accept any of it outside of just like, well, beating your ass into the ground.
Which is mostly why they fight him anyways. It's like, I just want to see you cry.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Or I want you expelled from this
lot-
school.
A lot of the characters, especially when they start out as antagonists, Yukihira, are just dicks.
Yeah. And then he beats him. And then it's all like, oh, we're good. Or I love you now.
So this is the joy of
There's no
cooking.
between.
He has taught me and showed me the light.
Mm-hmm. That's our boy. Yukihira Soma.
No, it's a very likable character, honestly. I'm like, I like him. I like him as a main character. He's very good. Very good.
Oh yeah, like Kai said, he's one of the best protagonists. Really, in
He's just
any show I've seen.
Yeah,
like
he's-
one of the
he's a-
goodest Boy Scouts, you know?
He is the GOAT, bruh. Like, and something else known about this kind of group is that this is called the generation of geniuses. Like the 92nd Totsuki generation is referred to as the generation of geniuses by Elder Nakari, whose first name I always
Don't
forget.
even
But he
try.
know, yeah, he knows who he is.
Aaron is grandpa.
He knows. Yes. But yeah, so this guy who went and found out the greatest chefs of the generation. We see a lot of them. You know, we see our boy Soma, Aaron Nakari, who already sits at 10, who is the youngest.
Yeah.
We see Hisako, also contender for goodest girl.
Oh,
Not best girl, but
the-
goodest girl.
Like, you know how My Hero has an entire lineup of female characters you could basically just call best girl, and not many people would really argue with any one of them?
No, I feel like there's only like 2. But
All right.
I'll, for the sake of saying yes, okay.
Well, that throws that comparison out the
Well,
window,
yes,
because
I understand.
was
I
gonna
understand
say-
what you're saying. Yes. So, like, yeah, Juro and Momo and Uraraka and other ones.
But we know who's
Swirly
on your
Girl,
list, okay?
Pinky, Midnight, Star and Stripes. Wait.
If you read
Anyway,
the
let's keep
manga.
going. Yeah, sorry. Let me just keep going. Okay. So,
Yeah,
yes.
It's got a very nice lineup of characters like that, both male, female,
Yes.
really all over the place. All the characters bring, like I said earlier, their personalities are unique enough that you get a damn good feel for them, and who you like and who you don't.
So, do you guys have a best character? Like, Strange? Who's your favorite character? I agree.
Hold on. I think actually one of my favorite characters was like, it was Alice.
Yes.
She's pretty cool. She's over here. She's just showing up. She's like, yeah, I made this entire egg dish, but like it's not egg. It's like
It's
what?
not. She's
It's not egg. It's actually ground up white asparagus. I'm like, how do you even do that? Like, what did? And here's
She's a
curry.
She's a fucking genius.
Yeah, no, it's like here's curry, but also it's space food. It's like, what? No, Alice is cool.
God, I can't pronounce it. She's there's an actual science to it where you basically
Gastronomy.
Gastronomy, yeah.
Yeah.
She's on the cutting edge of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Not only
'Cause
just
money.
not only the fact that she's fucking rich and can afford all the equipment for that shit, but she's one of the people like pushing the boundaries of it, constantly trying new shit.
It's the generation of geniuses.
No, when the judges started naming off like all these characters, like, oh, he's the Wizard of Smoke. I know that's not exactly what he said, or this is like the the constable, the funniest one.
You have the god tongue.
No, the god tongue. The funniest one was Ikumi's when they did the meat thing, and then the judge was like sitting on the tank, and the tank like fired a shot. It's the funniest thing. He's like, "She's the meat general." It's like, what?
Yeah, she can get you that Wagyu beef, bro. Like grade
That
A.
A5.
And no, but she did that pork belly. I was like, yes, I want to eat pork belly's delicious. If you cook it
I'm glad
right,
you said you want to eat pork belly.
it's delicious.
I mean,
Yeah.
but no, it can be dangerous to watch this series hungry.
No, I was so hungry the whole time watching this. I said, man, I gotta get me some eggs Benedict up in here somewhere.
He called me and he's like, "Will you make me eggs?" But I was like, "I will make you scrambled eggs with ketchup on it, and you will like it." Like,
I was like, please, I'm starving watching this.
it's crazy how you gonna starve still.
I remember the first time I actually sat down at home and started watching the series. Got me a nice little snack, sat down, started watching it, and halfway through I sat my food down and just like, nothing's gonna taste as good as what I'm watching. It's all a disappointment.
So
I was literally like, I'm never gonna look at food the same way again. I was like, I want that omelet curry. Dang it! I want it so
ironically, the first time I watched this is actually the first time I was like, I'm gonna make a curry. So I told my family, I was like, hey, guinea pigs. Like, I went to the store. I literally bought, like, I went to grocery outlet. I would just give it away our location. But I went to grocery outlet. I got a bunch of, like, meat and stuff. Just, I wasn't going to go to Publix because this is going to be extremely experimental. Got some rice, got all this stuff. And I was like, I'm going to make it from scratch. And I literally probably cooked about 4 or 5 times that day until I finally got the curry down. And looking like that, and I was like, yo, this slaps. And then I remember my family being like, just so you know, the other 3 also slapped, and we are having curry for the rest of the week. And I was like, bet. So, yeah, I was like, and then I really got to get, like, I want to try, not the eggs Benedict, but I want to try, like, the steak.
yes,
that he
the
made at
onion
the
steak.
end. Yeah, so that's probably going to be like my next endeavor. I bought myself the cookbook and the Sanji cookbook from One Piece recently.
Ooh.
When I was just buying stuff on Amazon. So
Fair enough. You can keep the One Piece one, but I'd very much like to see the one for this show.
you want to see the One Piece one too, sir? It's some good dishes up in there.
No, there are some
Don't
good
hate it.
dishes. I looked at the
Yeah.
cookbook. It's really, I think you'll
Don't
like
hate,
it. It's
sir.
pretty good.
Don't hate, King. Don't hate.
There's no hate.
I mean, there's a difference between hate and lack of interest.
Shut up. But anyway, so yeah, like, so your favorite character is Alice, which is interesting because I'm pretty sure Zog's favorite character. Okay,
Well-
not waifu, but favorite character. So who is your favorite character? You already know mine. It's Soma, Yukihira. Followed by Soma again.
Followed by some.
I'm just imagining a list of 5, just all Soma.
Well, no, one of them is his dad. Did you break your pinky?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
What?
that
that
was
just something on it?
that was weird. I think he had something on his.
I was
Okay.
fiddling around with something.
Okay, we
Sorry,
won.
man.
I was
What
like,
is going on, man? I'm
I
like,
can't sit
what is
still. I
happening?
need to fiddle with things when we do this.
I'm gonna get you a hamster.
what is that gonna?
Why?
This doesn't.
That's just getting a chirp in the background.
Now you're gonna hold it and pet it while we podcast. Or a bunny. Bunnies are creepy, so I'm not getting you a bunny.
Just give me a cat like Strange. Then it'll just jump
Don't.
up and be in front of the camera.
Don't tempt me. I see so many cats on the side. I gotta show you the video of my like alley cat that loves me and that like I'm gonna go find. I'm gonna bring her to your house. You think I'm playing?
You're
Heard it here.
allergic,
Video
so
evidence.
you're allergic, so don't die.
I'll be
Right,
alright.
But
I'll
uh,
eat 6
but
clarinets
you do,
before I go.
man. But
It's Daigo, isn't it?
Daigo?
You don't even know who
No,
it is, do you?
I just remembered Geen. I refer to him as Geen.
No, it's not Geen.
Is that? Not the same person?
Daigo and Shoji are two of the characters that you never see cook when are in the polar dorm that everyone forgets about.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, no, I forgot them so hard, I forgot their names.
Yeah. I'm surprised that I know them.
Why
I'm
are
not,
they there?
honestly.
They were cheerleaders.
Yeah, they have their
They-
own struggles.
They needed spots to fill.
I guess.
Yeah.
But no, I really do like Summer, but I think my favorite character is either going to be, well, Alice. Rindo, who you're not going to see until a lot later Strange.
From season 1, who was your favorite character from season 1?
Or Hayama.
Hayama's pretty dope.
I like Hayama.
Hayama's pretty dope. Like, if I actually had to sit here and rank my favorite 3 characters, and I could not, okay, top 5, because there's so many great characters. Soma's easily number 1. Okay, like, Erina's number 2, probably. Then Ringo's number 3. And then Roy, Kuro Kiba, like Alex's assistant, is number 4.
Rio?
Yeah, Rio.
I think he was
And-
cool too. I actually liked him. He's like put on the bandana. It's like changed.
He actually has a personality change with
That
it.
was
Yeah.
not to interrupt you, but his whole thing was
You did,
very like
yeah.
intimidating.
I loved it.
Eat the lobster. Like, oh,
No, he's a fun character. He's a fun character.
all right,
and
I'm sorry,
then
continue.
no, you're good. Not really. I'm never gonna forget this.
Okay.
But
Be secret.
Hayama would probably be my 5th. So, but no, like there is a really good cast in here, and I feel like, I mean, even Ryoko or Sakaki, however you want to call her, she has a lot of things going for her. She's the one that cooks with sake, which is rice juice.
She ferments things.
Yes.
Which
Oh yeah.
sake is
Liquor.
just, well, it's liquor, but it's fermented rice that has become alcoholic. So
I think in the dub they call it rice juice.
they just
That's why I
call
said
it rice juice.
They call it
Yeah.
in the sub too, rice juice.
Okay, in the manga it's sake.
They have to
so-
they have to label it that because underage drinking.
I know. I thought it was funny, so I was
It's,
like, oh, haha.
it's hilarious because she knows what she's doing. She knows how to make this shit, and she's cooks with it all the time. So it makes sense that she would always have an abundance of it. But they're also supposed to be like in high school, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can't show that.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, technically, we can't show people's clothes exploding off, but we do anyway. So there you go.
It'd be like that.
I mean, eh,
Yeah. No.
take what you can get, and the censors never know what they're doing anyway.
But no, Hayama, he was kind of cool. I feel like he could murder somebody and get away with it. I don't know why. He just gives off those vibes.
He's just that cool.
Yeah.
With his hair pulled back in the ponytail and everything.
My only thing is that I wish they would have introduced him earlier. Because it's just kind of like, oh, yep, I'm going to be your main competition for curry because I'm the spice master.
Well,
it's like, okay.
The reason they introduced, well, besides manga pacing and whatnot, it you get a lot more of them in like the next 2 seasons.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
Yeah, a lot of them in the rest of the series go forward.
oh yeah, well, season 4 he kind of takes a lot of them take a major step back in season 4. They're still there and they still have commentary and everything. They're just not doing as much. But that's also because that season's one huge arc that just centers around a few people. But yeah, no, with the time you get with them in here, they leave a good impression, and just to see what it elevates to in the next few seasons, it's great. I love it. Love
Also,
the show.
The food was very believable, except for when the Takumi Aldini, when he made that 3-layer pasta, I was like, that's not real. There's no way. I'm sure it is, but I'm like, nah.
Yeah, every recipe that they make in the show is a recipe.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure,
It's
but
an
I'm just,
actual functional
I just
recipe.
pointed at it. And I was like, I believe what Alice makes is real, but this, I don't believe this 3-layered pasta.
I
There's
believe
no
this
way.
I believe this white-haired chick's magic bullshit is real, but nah.
Yeah.
We
Three
gotta,
kinds of
we gotta
pasta.
take,
Nah, fuck that.
we gotta take Strange out of America. That's spoken by a person who's never eaten out of the country. Man, I hate it here.
I hate it
Yeah,
here.
sorry. I just got lost in the sauce thinking about. So I'm gonna tell you, like, these reactions, like, they are overdone, but they do have a bit of a truth to them.
No, it's great.
Because
I love it.
when we went over to London, we ate at this place that was a 2 Michelin star restaurant, and I believe the most Michelin stars is 3. I believe.
That's the most any one person has ever had.
Yeah. So I think that's like the most that can be given. So, this place had 2 Michelins. It was super expensive. It took a long time to get into, but my dad had to connect there, so he was like, "Oh, I'm taking you guys out." So it's free and everything. Well, not free, but like I didn't have to pay for it. So we go and we sit down in this restaurant, and there's no menu. I'm like, "Oh, okay." They're like, "Yeah, it's just the meal of the day." I'm like, "All right." So they bring out this food, man, and it is like slapping, and like this potato is like covered in stuff, and it's like the appetizer, and it's just like I put my spoon in it and it cuts through. You think I got the sharpest knife in the world, and I bring it up and everything is just coming to it, and I eat it, and literally like my eardrums like explode, and I'm like, yo, like so. I didn't do what they did, but I wanted to. Like, I was,
they're not actually going through all those things that they have the reactions for. It's supposed to be like a.
It's
supposed
symbolism,
to be like
but
a
like,
out of body experience kind of thing.
yeah. I
Like-
mean, you know, there is the gifting that happens later, which is a real
Well,
thing. But like,
Yeah, but yeah, it does. With certain characters, they actually do that. I get it, but overall, it's just supposed to meant to be like a metaphor for what food actually does.
it gives
And-
me.
A foodgasm.
You can put food in front of it if you want. I'm saying.
You just won't say the actual word.
I didn't say nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. This is a family-friendly show.
yeah,
like-
sure.
Who the fuck said that?
I know.
Allegedly. We made it all this way without a curse word. Thanks, dog.
Oh, really? Wow. That was actually a
Oh,
record. I
now
think.
you getting onto me for it.
That was a record.
I
No,
am,
you're
because
fine.
I was going to be like, yo, we did it. I had, like, cupcakes ready. You know, I was going to put this on the kids' podcast. You know, I was going to be like, yeah, take off the age restriction. We out here.
Yes for children. No comments.
Yeah. And that's
Talking
how
about
I made the
food
thumbnail.
wars.
Yeah.
All right,
gonna be
kids.
the-
Go watch
It's going to be
Food
the
Wars.
octopus scene from the first
First
episode.
episode.
That's going to be the thumbnail. Yeah. That's the thumbnail.
Actually, can you do that? That'd be
Oh,
hilarious.
God.
We'd probably get a lot of views.
Sure, yeah, I'll do it. Why not? Yeah. Copyright, yeah.
Clickbait is a thing.
Clickbait. That's what we're talking about.
Good.
It is.
Octopus. Sigh.
Moving on.
Octopuses.
Octopi.
What did you guys think of the music?
The music was slapping. Like, it's a shonen, so it'd be having the slapping.
Surprisingly, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, for as like, let's see, what's the right word here? Mundane as the subject matter is, just being cooking.
hmm
They hype this shit up like it's
it's crazy.
god
Like,
tier battle.
like I'm sure if you had the same scene, like okay, specifically like when Marui is presenting his dish, and you know, Marui is like, he's okay, I guess he hasn't really done anything except complain about being tired. You know, he's managed to make it this far. But as soon as the soundtrack kicks in and you see like half his glasses, like the light is covering it, and yeah, he's just doing that thing, and it's just like, whoa, wait a minute. You telling me he's like secretly
Wait.
amazing this
Wait,
whole time?
He actually knows how to cook?
Yeah, he doesn't just know how to sleep all the time. No, that was
so-
just as soon as the soundtrack kicked in, I was like, yo, this soundtrack
So,
is good.
So,
Yes. Oh.
yes. So, kings, let me tell you, and the queens and everybody out there who's watching, let me tell you,
Oh no.
The OP and the ED are in my top 5 on both of them from season 1. Like, the ED is probably possibly my favorite ending song. Like, cool la la la. I'm not even gonna sing it because I can't do it remote justice. But like that one slaps. Like, domestic violence slaps. That's probably not the accurate thing to say. But like, it hits so good. I love it. And then like the intro just hits, man. And then like, I know we're only talking about season 1, but when we get into the final season and there's a moment and it's like the last episode and then like the disc gets presented and someone's like, I'm that guy, and the first OP starts playing, I'm sitting here foaming at the mouth like the dude from Avatar: The Last Airbender when Aang's doing the coin thing. Like, I'm just like, yo, this hits so hard. I love the music. Like, I feel like, because people forget, in 2015, Food Wars was that anime. Like, you couldn't go anywhere without singing.
Everybody was watching it, except for me.
Yeah, because you
missed
were.
it.
I don't know what you were doing.
I don't know
You're
what I was
missing
doing
out.
either.
And probably playing Metroid or something.
Probably.
Lame. Just kidding. I respect your differences.
Sure.
So, yeah,
Sure you
I do. Metroid is a fine 2D scroller. But anyway, so everybody, what? It is. It's a top video game last year. Never forget. All 8 hours. Anyway, don't look at me like that. Shout out to Metroid. Shout out to Samus. Shout out to Ridley. But Food Wars was like everywhere. I remember I went into Hot Topic when Hot Topic was still a thing. Is it still a thing? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, but I went into Hot Topic to go find something for some reason, and it was like just Shigeki no Soma everywhere. And I looked at it, and the girl was like, "You want one of our illustrious Food Wars pins?" And they had like I regret to this day not buying them because they were like $1 for like 4, and they had like everybody. And I could have just put them on my backpack or something because they had like all the like Toski and Polar dormitory kids and like everybody. Yeah, so they were like really cool. They were actual pins too. I was like, ugh. But anyway, I could have put them on my Sailor Moon flag. But no, the music really propelled like Food Wars, I feel like, and it's just like, did y'all skip the intro or did you listen to it? Because I gotta ask.
Listen to it.
I know we got some intro skippers in here.
Oh, hey. I will listen to the intro just like outside of watching the show. I will just put it on just with my playlist and whatever. But when I'm watching the show, I'll watch it like every now and again. It's not. I'm more interested in just getting to the show. That's why I skip the intros.
But did you watch this intro?
Yeah. Not every
Did you
time,
like
but
it?
yes. Yes. I go outside my way to listen to it every now and again.
Okay, cool. But yeah, no, I love.
That was good.
And Soma's theme was fire too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, Toski 12. Like, I really loved it. It felt like a labor of love. So, I cried when it was over. Not season 1, but you know. I didn't really cry, but I was more so anger and rage instead of like, you know, tears. But you know, that's not their fault. I just gotta take a quick trip to Japan, and most of my problems will be solved. Write a better ending right now.
I know.
God damn.
Right now.
Well, maybe now I don't want to finish it, but
No, it's not bad. It was a Shonen Jump being a Shonen Jump because I always love / hate when shows are in Shonen Jump because Shonen Jump will just be like, yeah, go for 8 more. It's psych. Over right now. But I was in the middle of a sentence. Oh, well. Get out. Someone go get Oda. Tell him he has a new office.
go
He
get
just
Oda.
switched his office. Go get him again.
Tell him to write 3 more
We
chapters.
added a new floor just for him.
He's got 2 more years in his contract. How's Horikoshi? He's okay. Cut his break week.
It is break week.
We
said-
gotta make a
his-
video one day.
He said he'll quit if we do. He can have 5 more.
We gotta make a video on Shonen Jump and like how Shonen Jump they are. But So like this was definitely one of the shows that I feel like potential was cut a little only because of like Shonen Jump playing with the timeline. I could only so hope that like because it wasn't as bad as like what happened with Bleach, that they were just kind of like yeah. But I really do hope like because he said there's more he wanted to write, but he had to wrap it up, and he said there's like because the fans kind of left getting hoed, and then they did like a 10-year anniversary thing or like. It wasn't a 10-year anniversary. It was something. It was like some type of anniversary that just happened last month. And it was like cool, but like it was like a drawing or something. It was like, but that's not what anybody wants. They just they just want you to give.
I mean, if he could get a light novel publishing company to actually like back him on it, he could start doing like how Naruto and Bleach did it in a lot of other shonen stories, and just put out some light novels as a continuation.
Well, I think the thing is that Shonen Jump be having the rights to it, and they don't want to give that up too easily.
Okay, they're holding this shit hostage.
Speaking of which, I had the hardest time of actually trying to find season 1 because apparently it's just. Season 1 only is on Hulu, or
no?
It's on High Dive.
Season 1 is actually in the most amount of places. It's on. I think it's on Hulu. I saw it on Netflix a while back.
It's not on Netflix.
But you can get. I'm pretty sure, as far as like distribution, for our neck of the world, is High Dive. High Dive is the only place you can get Food Wars.
So weird.
Yeah, like
because the rest of the seasons were all like everywhere else, but I was like, "Where's season 1? I gotta watch season 1. Where is it at? I can't find it." Who even runs High Dive? Who even watches High Dive? What is a High Dive?
High Dive be having bangers, man. Like you're gonna stop disrespecting High Dive, or I'm gonna get your cat to get on you. What do you mean no? I will say horrible things about Nintendo.
Okay, I don't care. Go ahead.
All right.
I don't like them that much either.
No. I will say horrible things about Metroid.
Okay. Not going to change my opinion.
Your orange cat is ugly. Anyway, so.
Like, I will find a way to hurt you.
But no, High Dive actually has a lot of good shows, and they like have been bringing a lot of heat. But people constantly get overshadowed by... yes, best cat. I love you.
Hello,
you can be. He's like, why am I? The way he just looked up at you, like, what are you doing?
Why the fuck is this bitch picking me up?
He's just like, what is happening? I love it.
He's so impressive.
He's like, just what? What were you saying? But yeah, so High Dive, it's pretty dope. Next, so
not sponsored. Could be sponsored.
Not sponsor us. I have many things that I would like to do with your money.
Okay. So vague. It's like I
don't know why I came out like that.
To do with your money.
Oh, you know why.
Give it to me.
Anywho, well, did you guys have like a favorite dish from Food Wars season 1? Mine's the meat patty / the rice bowl / everything.
I'm about to say whatever dish is right in front of me because it all look fucking good and I am hungry just talking about this shit.
Me too. I'm probably gonna make a McDonald's run after this because life's pain.
I don't know. I'm really wanting the eggs Benedict for some reason. I said, man, that looks delicious.
You gonna make me actually look up the recipe and actually make this for you?
It was
the
good.
hard
That
part's
and
gonna
steak.
be the hollandaise.
I want to try that steak. I'm not at all a steak person, but that sounded delicious.
I kind of want a steak now. For our meeting, can we just go to Outback?
You buying?
Okay, so Denny's it is.
That solved that problem.
I mean, we got a lot to celebrate, you know? Like, let's go to Outback. Anyway, so yeah, what about you, Kelz? Or no.
Hey,
Zog.
Craig, what's yours?
Craig,
Craig likes the pecan and squid dish that someone made in his room.
Peanut butter?
Yes.
Peanut butter squid?
Yes.
No, it's Nutella.
Ugh, that's
Oh.
disgusting.
Kinda-
Not Nutella.
that was kind of
just
the point
squid
of that.
Nutella. But what about you,
It's,
Strange? What is your favorite dish from season 1
I
or
mean,
any season?
It's so hard. I actually want to try the little chicken nuggets they made. I know it's not called that, but whatever the filler arc was, where they made the chicken nuggets. That seemed delicious. I was like, I want to try that.
Okay.
Takoyaki?
No, not takoyaki. It's like the little
Something
chicken
else.
balls that they
Yeah,
fried
I know
up.
what you're
and they-
talking about. I just
put
can't
it in
think
the
of
wrap.
name. I can't think of what they called it.
I can't remember. It was such a it was a name that they said twice, and I just can't remember.
They were
I know they
facing
said
off
it
with a
more than
restaurant
that, but-
only served that. So
Yes,
no,
I know they
What is it?
mentioned it more than that,
But
but
whatever. It doesn't matter.
yeah, it's whatever. I want to try that. I want to eat it.
Okay. And did you have any favorite moments from season 1? You know,
Yeah. Where
like
the
a favorite food war?
the only the favorite reaction I had was the tank. That was hilarious. I laughed so hard at that. Just so wrong. It was so funny. It's just like boom, and she just falls back.
Yeah, I actually do have one moment that really stands out to me, and I really do love about season 1, and that's while they're at the boot camp. The ending of the it basically takes up a whole episode, so I guess you could call it my favorite episode. And it's the ending to that underground food war that they have with
Oh yeah.
what's his name? The former first seat with the pink hair, the guy who mixes Japanese and French cooking.
Oh, you mean You're talking about Koichi.
That one.
Kojiro.
Yeah,
Kojiro. Yeah.
Yeah,
that guy.
Kojiro, yeah.
Like when the votes are being cast and everything, and he finally tastes Megami's dish, and admits his own fucking loved that. That one
No,
hit
that was
me
great.
in ways I did not think anything could really hit me when I first saw it. So hell yes, that's the moment where this whole show, franchise, whatever, proved to me it is way more than anyone I had talked to up until like I got into the show could actually sell it on.
It was a pretty good moment. You know, just like, oh yeah, well, fine, I guess you could say, you know, it's a tie. You know, that was cool. That was cool.
It was mostly the fact that Geen just straight up like calls him out on his bullshit. Just just because you're stagnating, just because you can't do anything new doesn't mean you start kicking people out.
Right. I mean, but they were kicking people out of this whole school.
Oh, it's
right?
just being in this school is a rigorous like ordeal.
I could never. That's too stressful.
Oh hell no.
I think I agree. I think my favorite part of season 1 still has to be like Soma making the 200 dishes. Like that is like such a moment for me because he did it in the record time and kind of figuring it out, and that just kind of set the tone. Either that or like Soma's defeat when he lost to Kojiro, because like you see how far he's actually aiming. That was like some, as a person who loves sports anime, that was like some haiku type ish for me. Like when we see like the frustration when they're eating at the dinner table, like at the first loss, like I just really love like seeing that type of grit. And it was like, okay, this is beyond food. This is like that shonen goodness, you know, that I love. So it would probably either be the 200 dishes and the race against time and how he's like kind of live cooking and thing that's like special to him, or kind of when he just, you know, goes back home and then like has to stop the new people that moved in with the chicken nuggets, like you said. So that was fire too. Or just the beginning of the autumn festival and everybody's like gang, you know. So
No, that
and
was
Jorichiro showing up and be like, "Yo, I'm him."
this is it. Another one of my favorite moments was actually like first episode when it kind of set the tone for everything when he made the bacon potato thing. I forget what it's called. And
The meatless meatloaf thing.
and the initial reaction of the landlord lady, and it's like all the little chibi honeybee somas come out, and honestly, it kind of reminded me. I actually started noticing first episode. I was like, "Yo, this chibi form kind of looks like whenever the dude in Heaven's Lost Property. I can't remember his name, but when he goes into the chibi form, it reminded me of that. I don't know if there's any ties or anything, but that's what it reminded me of.
Okay.
Probably
I know,
just
everyone's
a
like, what?
coincidental character design, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe I don't
I'm
know.
him. So yeah. Yeah.
That was just me. I hadn't actually
It's
watched.
okay. Yeah.
I actually haven't watched that series in like forever. So,
Hey man, Leo Truth King. We all here.
but anyways,
We all here.
no,
But yeah,
that moment was pretty funny.
No, definitely love Food Wars. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about Food Wars? I know, Food Wars is a waifu simulator, much like Fairy Tail is. I feel.
I noticed that.
I can't
maybe I
really
should-
talk about it
Maybe
until
I should
Can't
use
talk.
Fairy Tail as my freaking comparison instead of My Hero then.
yes, you should have, and that was your first mistake.
It was never a
But-
mistake. You knew what I was talking about. You
I
just
did.
didn't agree
I
on
was
the
surprised
show.
you didn't say High School DxD. I was like,
I mean,
because
some things go without saying.
Yes,
And let's be real, that would have been a tangent that we don't have time for.
I always have time for tangents. I'm tangent man. Wow.
Tangent man.
So, anyway, we got to talk about at least our underrated waifu, which is Naho, the poison waifu.
I can see
Who
that.
just who cooks with poisonous and hazardous food ingredients. Like, it's so unique, everybody's style of cooking. Like, I love it.
This is true. I would have said the underrated one was what's her name? Himiko? Medicinal.
Is that the
medicinal one who she's like the aide to Irina.
Oh, Hisako. Okay.
Hisako.
I'm
That's the
like,
one.
who the fudge is that? But I'm like, Himiko from like Kakaguri, like
Look, man,
gambling
there's
anime.
a lot of fucking names. I can't keep track of everybody.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like oh god, when she cut the turtle's head off, I was like, why?
It's like,
I like
damn.
turtles.
okay.
And now I'm realizing that might not happen in the season because
Nope.
Strange looks confused.
Yeah, it did
Nope, not
not
at
happen
all.
this season. I think it.
Okay.
I think it actually is season 2. It's
Okay.
I think that's where she goes.
It's a
against
part of the
Ayame.
autumn festival.
It is,
So
but the
that's
autumn
why I was
festival
confused.
split in half between seasons.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Well, that's just like when the Aldini brothers came back and it's like, yo, we found ducks. It's like, what? Oh, no.
What did you?
You said outside.
Yeah.
We found ducks.
We found ducks. We're surprised
it.
no one else wanted ducks.
Were they ducks or were they from DuckTales?
He sent me a
Sorry.
clip earlier. It's an inside joke. It's
It
funny.
was Webby,
No.
original Webby, not new Webby.
Oh, yeah, okay. that's fine.
R.I.P. R.I.P. But yeah, no. So like, shout out to Naho, shout out to Hisako, but my waifu still of season 1 is Irina Nakari, followed by slightly Megami.
Slightly.
Slightly
Yes.
bigger.
Because if we can't get to all of them, because like this is still just season 1, but like you'll meet some more if we come back. You'll meet Ringo, you'll meet Nene, you'll meet the bestest of the girls.
Look forward to it.
You'll meet people's aunts, people's moms, yourself. You're my waifu, Strange. Anyway, so yeah, let's
Aw.
end this.
He's gonna
Yeah.
choose you for the next war.
Yay! I feel
I
validated.
want your cat. I win and he gives me BB instead. I'm just heartbroken. What was it for? Shout out to PB not getting on the camera this time though. That's the
They
real
don't
MVP.
say anything. She'll
here.
hear you.
Well, hey, it's too late
The
now.
cat's
We're-
just like, oh, you just wait till next week.
I'm not gonna get off. But yeah, any final thoughts about Food Wars, gentlemen, that you would like to share with the good people of the world?
I liked
It's
it.
great. More of it.
It was
Watch
fun.
Give
We
it
got
money
5
so that we
seasons.
get more.
Yeah, we got 5 seasons, so definitely go and check it out. It's
Give
a
it
fun
money because
time.
I'm broke and can't.
Yes. I own the Blu-rays and the manga, so I've done my part. So, and yeah, be good to each other. Be nice. You can catch more podcasts of us being nice and good to each other here on Content Breaker. That's Content Breaker, and we are also on all of the places where you listen to things, such as Apple Music, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, and so on. And on YouTube, if you're already listening to us on one of those platforms. But we have other stuff as well. You can find me at Static Dreads on Twitter, where I do a lot of stuff that involves tweeting. And Strange, he has things going for him as well.
I also have a Twitter, Strangely Int, and then I have a Twitch.
Spell it for the people.
You're what?
Strangely ENT.
Strangely ENT. There you go.
I tried to find that once without you spelling it, and you took me to some weird shit.
Yeah, go me.
Ooh.
I don't know what he's talking about.
You know.
You look for me on YouTube, just look for Strangely Entertaining. Also on Twitch, where I stream Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Might change in the near future.
Oh. Okay.
Central Time, by the way.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. And Zog, what are we doing next week?
Next week we look to the future of anime, because we're gonna be picking out what we're happy's that's coming up.
Okay. I was like, man, we're doing Phil of the Future? Gang, gang. But yeah,
No,
catch you guys.
nothing as exciting.
We will catch you guys next time on Content Breaker. Bye.
I'm leaving.